Okay. Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Nancy, the nurse practitioner from Caregiver Success, and we have a wonderful guest for our Zoom meeting today. She is a daily money manager. Her name is Karen Caccavo, and she's also a financial organizer, and her business name is called Personal Money Manager. We are going to talk today about Karen's job, how she finds her clients, what kind of tasks does she do for her clients, what her qualifications are that gave her this wonderful opportunity to help seniors and people with money managing, and how she's doing with work these days in the world of virtuality, and just some tips that will help her inform you what you can do on your own to help money manage. Okay, Karen, so we're going to start with what is a daily money manager?
Great. Hi. So it's Karen Caccavo, personal money manager, as you know. So a daily money manager or it's a financial organizer. So basically, I'm boots on the ground. What I like to say is I work with people who can't do their paperwork, don't want to do their paperwork, don't know how to do their paperwork, or would rather have root canal than do their paperwork. And this covers a lot of people. All my clients are seniors. And so, as I said, boots on the ground. It could be everything from opening the mail, sorting it, identifying the important stuff, helping pay the bills, dealing with the accountant, the attorney, the financial advisor, just to make sure.
Yeah. How do you find your clients though? How do you get referrals? Is it from the lawyers?
Yes. So it really is, it's a very personal type of referral. So it tends to be from what I call the trusted advisors. So it's people who are already maybe working with a client, or maybe it's the children of the senior, and they turn to the person they've trusted and worked with on their finances, and that particular person maybe doesn't have the bandwidth. They don't do the house calls. They don't do the nitty-gritty kind of work.
So you're really good to know, because when I did house calls, there were so many people who, I never went into the money part of it, but I know that I'd see papers everywhere, and we'll talk about organizing a little. And I did get worried, like, how do they write their own checks? How do they pay their own bills when they live alone and they're elderly? It's really nice to know I could have had you as a referral pool in, where I did my house calls. What kind of qualifications do you need to do what you're doing, Karen?
Okay, so I just tell you a little bit about myself. So I have an MBA from Wharton. I switched my focus a little bit to personal finance about 13 years ago when I started Personal Money Manager. I belong to the American Association of Daily Money Managers, and that professional organization has a very strict code of ethics. Through them, I'm background checked, which adds another level of comfort for people.
That's great.
I'm working with their with their confidential information. I'm bonded, insured. I'm a New York notary.
So you're specifically in New York, but if other people needed to find someone like you, how would they do that, Karen? Like, there's a website you mentioned, you might mention?
Sure. Yeah. So as I mentioned, so American Association of Daily Money Managers has a website. There's several hundred of us around the country and Canada. So I'll give you specifically, it's aadmm.com. When you get there, a lot of resources. One of the resources is Find a DMM, or Daily Money Manager, and you can put in a zip code, and you would find people geographically, within range.
Okay, that's really good. I'll put that on my Facebook page, everyone, facebook.com Caregiver Success, so you can get that information. And also, let's see, what else do we want to talk about, Karen? Anything else besides some quick tips that might help people?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So one of the first things I say, whether I'm working with someone, virtually or in person, or giving advice, the way I am today, is have a landing place for your mail. And I'll just do a little show and tell.
Yeah, do it.
Everyone has, you don't need to buy anything new. Everyone has, a basket, a tray, a carton, the top of a carton, and just have a place, planted somewhere. It could be, in an entranceway, it could be on the kitchen counter, but have a place where the mail goes. So the really important stuff, you'll be able to find again. And you don't have that worry of, oh, that bill is here somewhere, or that important letter is here somewhere. So again, a landing place where the mail goes every day. After that, obviously, there's sorting to be done. You want to take out the important stuff and keep that in maybe a file. I like pretty files, so I've got one here, for example. You might want to just put, the
Makes you want to pay your bills.
bills to pay, or correspondence in there.
That's good.
The other thing that's kind of fun is, people might have a little bit of time on their hands. Maybe they don't, but everyone has, 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. So I have an old-fashioned egg timer. This is only 3 minutes, but you may be able to tolerate more than that to do organizing.
Yeah,
so again, we're not saying go, organize your whole home. Maybe it's the kitchen counter. Maybe it's an old file cabinet. Maybe it's, a cluttered desk. Set yourself a timer, and, it's amazing what you can accomplish.
I have a better idea. Why don't we ask Alexa to play like 3 really great spa songs, which are calming. And while you're listening to the songs, you're going through the mail and saying, oh man, my taxes are due. Let's put this over here. Make it fun.
Yeah. Or a lively song, or whatever.
Yeah, it could be. Then you start dancing and you don't do your work. But I hear you. I know that there's also some other tools you have for us, Karen, right? Something you want to share?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Love that.
Sure. Right, more show and tell. So, one of the things I do that's really valuable to, families, family caregivers, powers of attorney, any one of us, is to document what you're doing right now with your personal finances. And again, personal finances doesn't have to be a highfalutin thing. It can mean literally how you pay your cell phone bill. So personal finance is what, the gears that just let your life go forward. So
I just want to interrupt you for a second. A lot of people are not electronic, but a lot of people are. So you can take this information once we talk about it and go and make your own sheet on the computer, right? And just put your information in. But this is really going to be a form, everyone, that we can download. And this way you have the information that you need to collect, and whatever form your daughters or sons or you want to do, you can either use paper or you can go on the internet. Go ahead, Karen. Sorry about that.
No, absolutely. So there's no requirement. Some people say, oh, I don't use a computer. That is not required. Most of my clients don't use a computer, but I do sometimes if it's helpful to them. So I create, an Excel spreadsheet for each of my clients. This is kind of a customized thing that I update, but if you want to go online and find something that exists already, Schwab, for example, has just a really quick 2-pager to document, again, what you have, where your accounts are, account information. Maybe
you said you have 2. One's long though, right? One's short.
Yeah. So again, there's many out there, and there are whole books on this subject. But the Charles Schwab one, which you don't have to be a client of Schwab, is a front and back. Vanguard does one, and that's 13 pages. Again, depending on how much detail you want to do. And you don't do it in one sitting. I mean, it's the kind of thing where maybe you go back to your timer and just start with the basics. And this is stuff that you may know really well yourself, but the other important people in your life might not. And it's a real gift. It's a gift to them, your family.
So this is really a good point, Karen, because people go in the hospital and a daughter comes in from out of town, and now she's got to figure out where mom's phone bill is paid off, and she didn't know anything about it. It's almost like having a healthcare proxy and your living will on the refrigerator that I tell my patients that what are your wishes? This helps families reduce burden on the financial part, not the medical part. And hey, whatever we can do to make things organized and not crisis oriented, which is the whole reason for my videos, is to prevent crisis. Money crisis is as bad as medical crisis.
Right.
So I love what you're doing, Karen. And if there's anything else you want to add, you think there's anything else you want to tell everyone? Pretty good? Okay, so we're going to put my Facebook page, facebook.com/caregiver success, some forms and some sites you can go to download the forms so you can create your own and at least get the ball rolling. Why reinvent the wheel? The wheel is there. So use what's out there and we will help you organize that. We will also put the website about the aadmm.com so that you guys can find out from where you live or where mom lives, that you can put the zip code in and get somebody to help you with this. And I can also put Karen's information up there as from her personal money manager. If you need to help in New York, she's available for you. And thank you, Karen, so much for coming. Karen Caccavo
Right.
from Personal Money Manager. Have a great day.